Hey guys, welcome back to the Soft Girl CEO podcast. You're here with Kira and Amy, and today we're going to be talking about goal setting in business and in life.
So I'm going to be really honest. I don't really set goals for my business. Now, I have been in the world of setting goals every day, getting up, journaling, writing my manifestations down, writing everything that I want to achieve. And I feel like I did that at a time in my business where I had to trust a lot of things, trust that a lot of things were going to happen for me, trust in my own abilities, because I didn't actually believe in my own abilities back then. And I kind of just started writing like, I want to do this, I want to do that. And probably the past year, I made a little commitment to myself that I was just going to see how life went when I stepped back and I just went with the flow and I just trusted that whatever was meant for me came, instead of sitting down and going, I want to earn XYZ. I want to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to set a goal for this. And maybe it was because I was doing it wrong at the start. I've definitely learned the ways of goals. And what I was doing at the start was I was setting these goals and then I wasn't really nitpicking the goal. I was just going, right, I want to earn 5K. And I was just working hard until I earned it. And then I was like, woo, I've hit that goal. Whereas now I don't necessarily sit down and make an intention to earn X amount of money or even to do anything. I just create daily habits that I know is moving me forward to hit whatever comes. And maybe it's also because I don't particularly like to putting too much pressure on myself, because when I put pressure on myself, I work harder. I feel like I'm not doing enough. I feel like everything that goes wrong is so much worse than it is because I have this big goal and I'm taking a step back from that goal. Whereas if I don't have the goal in the first place and something happens, it doesn't set me back emotionally or physically or mentally. I just don't really. I just do daily things that kind of move me forward. I think this is pretty much what we spoke in the last. You said something really good in the last episode, something about moving forward, putting the pin forward.
Oh yeah, moving the needle.
Moving the needle. I just move the needle daily now.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the end goal is. I don't know actually what I want because my plans change like the wind.
Yeah.
Daily. People ask me what my 5-year plan is.
Oh,
and I'm like,
oh my God, I have no idea.
I don't know what my 5-year plan is. I just know that Amy right now is moving the needle so that in 5 years' time she's happy. That's all that I can really give you. I'm moving forward. I'm earning more money. I'm continuously doing the things that I love and putting myself forward, putting my lifestyle forward, putting my business forward, that I just know that if I continuously do that, then it's just going to go like that. And life's just going to kind of move in the right direction for me. But having 5 years goals to me is just crazy. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, I'm in the same kind of position as you. I mean, when it was New Year, I had a few little goals, and one of the goals that I had, I reached it very quickly in January, literally 2 weeks in January, and I was like, oh, and that was a monetary goal, for my business, but things can change so quickly. So even then, I hit that goal, but then I lost a client. So then I was like, oh, actually, I've now gone backwards on the goal. And it kind of made me think there was no need to set that goal in the first place, because that goal was just it was meaningless, really. It was just what social media was saying was the best thing, was the number that everyone needs to reach, which is the infamous hitting 10K in your business. That was what it was. I was like, I want to hit 10K. Don't know where it came from, but it's just a thing.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, and then now
10K is crazy. Hitting it is so doable. It's so doable.
Yeah, literally. But it is crazy for it to just be
the amount of money that you come into the online space and go,
I'm gonna make 10K a month. Yeah.
Most don't earn that. It takes 7 months to earn 10K.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to hit that number, and then once I did, I was happy. And then as soon as I went below it again, because I lost one client, which one client to go back down below, I'm back above it again now. But it's not a goal for me now, and I'm not even thinking about. Well, it'd be a lie that I wasn't thinking about hitting 20K, because I am, but it's not a goal of mine. I would be oh shit, I've hit 20K, that's really good, but it wouldn't be my next goal. To be honest with you, even setting goals like that is great. But I read, oh my God, what's the book called? Have you read The 12-Week Year?
No.
I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. It's all great to have, I say by the end of the year, I want to hit 25K a month in my business. But that's a very big goal. And actually, like, you need actionable steps to get there. So just like you were saying, you need daily habits and daily things that you need to do that are going to inevitably get you to that point. So the 12-week year is basically splitting your year into 3 months and then reviewing it at the end and having a 3-month goal. So my 3-month goal might be now to hit 20K a month. And I then write in like the 12-week year, it's all like in the book and stuff, but like you write out what you need to do every single day to hit that. And that might be, I need to do 100 outreach to new clients to hit that. I need to do 5 new pieces of content a week to do that. And like, if you don't hit those goals, you're not hitting the mini goals that are helping you to hit your bigger goal. And if you're not hitting the mini goals, you're not going to hit your bigger goal. And like, people can get really demotivated. It's like if you're losing weight, like if you said in 3 months, I want to lose 7 kg, let's say 8 kg, and you're just thinking about the 8 kg that you want to lose, but you actually need to think that actually, no, on a daily basis, I need to be eating 1,700 calories to be in a calorie deficit. I need to go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week to get there. And then if they're only thinking about the 8 kg and then they're looking on the scales and it's not moving, but it's because they're not actually doing the daily things that they need to do to get there. And they might be doing it every now and again, but you need to be doing it every day. And you can have a day off, a few days off during that time, but you track your calories. That's one of the goals you need to hit. You have to track your calories. You have to go to the gym. You have to maybe do a certain amount of steps. And it's not saying, that's not advice to anybody if they want to lose weight. Obviously, that's just like off the top of my head. But like, I know that when I had a coach and stuff, I had certain things that I needed to hit in order to lose a certain amount. But realistically, I never put a number on how much I wanted to lose. I just thought, I will do all these things. And by the end of it, if I follow all of these small steps, I will inevitably lose some weight by the end of it. And I did. Like, I lost like 4 kg after like the first like month and a half because I was tracking my calories. I increased my steps and I went to the gym. So it's all of the little things that you do that actually put you further towards your bigger goal. But like, think how many people have New Year's resolutions that will have a New Year's resolution and they will literally fall off of it so quickly because it actually quite unattainable. Like, I don't know, a really big goal. Like, you've never gone to the gym in your life, but you're saying, I'm going to go to the gym every day. You miss 2 days of gym, you're demotivated, you're not going to do it. So you need to think about having reasonable goals that fit in with your lifestyle and not going for this crazy goal that's actually going to push you further back because you're so far away from it that it seems unattainable.
I remember when I was really into goal setting, and I think this is probably why I've moved away from like intentional goal setting. Like, sometimes in my mind I'll be like, right, okay, you know, I just have a very vague, I don't have set in stone goals. I have a very vague way that I just see my life in 10 years time, and that is financial freedom, that is location freedom, and it is being able to have a family and not need to go back to work, to be able to like even homeschool my children, to be able to buy organic food. Like, that is my goal. I guess it kind of contradicts what you're saying, but I very much agreed with what you're saying. I think I'm probably in a stage in my life where I'm just a little bit like, I just know that if I'm working,
exactly. It's like you're working towards that, and then it inevitably
it come with the mini. It does come with the like the mini habits and the mini goals and the okay, well, like, no, I want to do that. So, you know, I'm just gonna make that happen in the next couple of years. But I used to set like insane goals for myself and I never used to hit them. And I will admit that on this podcast. Like, I used to say when I first started, right, I'm gonna hit 5K months. And what I felt like it did for me was it was putting so much pressure on me to go and do that I was not trying to build sustainably, or I wasn't making good business choices. I was making choices that would put that money in my bank. And what that actually kind of taught me was, even though I had this like crazy goals, they weren't really doing anything for me. And I remember I got my booklet that I used to write in the first year of business, and I read through it one night, and it was the second year, and I just went, I didn't achieve any of this. Like, I literally didn't. And the reason that I didn't achieve it was because I pivoted so much in the first year of business. I was trying to figure myself out. So I had these set in stone goals that I wanted to achieve, but I was loosely moving my business from different areas, trying to figure out what I really enjoyed doing. I feel like goals sometimes don't actually allow you to kind of sit back and see the bigger picture of like where you're going. Is it actually worth taking a business step back away from your goal to move forward? Whereas if you've got in your head, no, I've got to achieve X, Y, Z, then it doesn't give you leeway to kind of make those like little moves. And I think people can get so hooked on, especially monetary goals. Like
Definitely, yeah.
Everything that we're talking about right now is pretty much monetary goals.
Yeah.
Because that's what a lot of people.
It's what business is about, isn't it? Really, like.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you'd be silly to say like, I'm not in it for the money, because you are in it for the money.
Yeah.
Like you obviously you enjoy it, and I'm also in it for the location freedom and all of that. But at the end of the day, I do that because I get paid.
Well, yeah, because if you had all of those things, but you didn't have money to sustain your life, you wouldn't be able to do anything anyway. So like those things, unfortunately, like everything is run on money, and that's just how it works. I think I'm the same as you though. Like I think I used to be a big goal setter as well, and I didn't achieve any of the ones I wanted. Like when I had my last business, I think when we were getting to a point where it was getting a bit harder because like Nike were cracking down on people ordering a lot of shoes and stuff like that, I was then thinking, right, okay, like how can we like differentiate? Like what can we do? And then I was thinking like we were basically going to start doing like maybe like YouTube videos where we could teach people like how to customize trainers, which to be honest, I do regret doing because I should have done that because it would have actually been really good. Like a lot of people would have learned a lot from us doing that. But it was at a time where online education wasn't as big as it is now, because in my mindset now, I would have definitely done that. But even like we were like, oh, we could do like a little YouTube channel when we go to events and stuff like that. And then even I remember I wrote on our goals that like, oh, have like 5,000 YouTube subscribers. But do you know how silly that goal is to just say have 5,000 YouTube subscribers? What a better goal would be to upload one YouTube video every week and then not because that is a goal that's achievable. And it's actually like, okay, every week I need to do this. 5,000 subscribers is so far away.
You have control
over
that. You don't have control over the followers.
Yeah, exactly.
So you need to set goals over what you have control over.
To be honest with you, not even every week, but at the start of my week, I might be like, right, this week I want to go to the gym 4 times. This week I want to do this. This week I want to spend this amount of time doing outreach or something like that. Those are the kind of goals that I will set that can be completed so close to like where you are now. And another thing is that obviously when you achieve goals, like you get a massive dopamine hit. It's like with to-do lists, like you can have the longest to-do list, but as you're ticking things off, you're getting a dopamine hit every time you're ticking things off. So it actually makes a lot more sense to have smaller goals, because then your dopamine reward system is playing more and you're actually making it easier to stay motivated, because dopamine makes you motivated. So as you're ticking things off, you're staying motivated. If you're doing one YouTube video a week and every week you've got like a checklist and you're saying, I've done it this week, and you start to see them all building up, you will be more motivated to do the next week. If you've got a really long one at the end that says 5,000 subscribers, and that is just not motivating at all. So yeah, I think like my idea of goal setting and how to do it is much more different than it used to be now.
I used to like sit and do like my 3-month goals, my 6-month goals, my 12-month goals. Now I just vaguely think. I do not think about where I want to be in a year's time. And I just don't, because I don't know. I don't actually know, where does 12 months ahead Amy want to be?
I have no idea.
I don't know where I want to be. Like, and I think that's the beauty. And I think if you allow yourself that freedom to be so flexible that you just know that you're working towards this bigger picture, unless you are someone that absolutely knows what they want to do, which not many business owners actually do, because you've got that creative mindset. You've got that mindset of like opportunities everywhere. I think it would be a bit silly actually to kind of be this set in stone person that's working towards this goal, and else that kind of comes into your path, if it's not aligned to that goal, you don't do. You know, now of setbacks that I've had in my journey that I have purposely taken because I didn't know what I wanted to do, it's just allowed me that freedom to get to where I am now. You know, I've done social media, I've not done social media. I feel like I know most systems on the online space now, you know. Half of them I don't even use now and I don't need, but it's good to have that skill. And I feel like knowing all of this stuff and kind of being really flexible has given me the confidence to now be in a position where I'm like, right, scale. You know, I can really do something here. But I wouldn't have done that 2 years ago. To me, would have probably just gone, you know, I just want enough money to kind of go out and party. You know, that it really was that deep how I started my business. I was not stuck. I wasn't a 9-to-5, but again, like I said previously, I just wanted to earn some more money. I wasn't really even too bothered about being in the 9-to-5 until I started traveling. And I think I've just always kind of, it's just not that deep, even though there has been times where
it has been deep.
Yeah, it has been seriously deep.
Yeah.
You know, the whole kind of just moving forward, I think it's just don't put pressure on yourself, man. Like, stop putting pressure on yourself to earn X amount of money. I genuinely believe, like, the hack to business, okay, the hack to business is to actually just allow yourself to kind of sit back and allow the business. If something's meant to be, it's going to be. And if it's not, if there's resistance, it's not meant to be, then just allow that, because the journey, as long as you stay on the journey, you're going to get to a point where you're very, very happy.
Yeah.
I'm 4 years. My gosh, if I gave up on the first and second year, like, I'd be stuck in a 9 to 5 now. And there were times where I just looked in the mirror and I was just like, I'm just going back. I'm just going back to 9 to 5 because I actually just can't do this now.
Yeah.
And that was the time where I had such big goals. You know, I was earning okay money, but because I wasn't hitting my goals, I felt like I was failing.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's just so much pressure, I think, on people to earn X amount of money and do X amount of things. But it's really important to also just have fun.
Yeah, definitely.
And like, in your lifestyle as well, like, have that work-life balance, or you know what I said in the previous podcast, where you just learn to work in life, and having that work-life balance. And just also, you know, that kind of comes in with goals, because when you have the goals, you're like, I can't do anything because I have to hit this goal, I have to do this, I have to do that. And yeah, I think the more I've actually just sat back and made a few boundaries with myself, I made a commitment that I'm not going to set insane goals for myself. Life has just absolutely skyrocketed. There's no explanation, but I've just allowed myself some peace of mind and moved away from social media. And
literally.
Like saying goal setting and insane sort of 20k months every month. You know, it's great to hit those monetary, it's great to have them, you know, but like you said earlier, hitting 10k is great, but how do we sustain 10k now? It takes one client.
Yeah, literally.
So then you go under, then you're just working towards this goal, then you hit it, then you've got this anxiety now that you've hit this goal, but next month it might not be that again. And then you have so much pressure on yourself. And I think actually you will flourish so much more in business, whoever's listening to this, if you sit back, relax, and really allow the flow, and don't set yourself incredibly high goals. People will hate us saying that.
And
like, absolutely
I'm not saying like don't set yourself like huge, like in life. I have a big goal of how I want to be and like what, but I don't know exactly what that is. It's not written down on a piece of paper. I don't know what it is. I just know that I want to be successful and I want to do something really amazing. But that is not like a goal of, oh my God, I need to make 30k this month, or like, oh my God, setting myself some impossible goals. So I think that like, if anything is like a bit of advice is that, you'll see people setting insane goals. But to be honest with you, I think more so I do hear people speaking about this kind of thing more, like have like getting the correct habits, because those habits are inevitably going to be how you hit your goals. And it's not that we don't set goals, we just set more realistic, smaller goals that are going to help us to achieve our long-term goals once they stack up and they
give us the dopamine hit that I need daily.
Like keeping you motivated. It's like everything. Setting insane goals is not going to help you to get there. If anything, I think it will demotivate you, whether it's like losing weight, getting 10,000 followers on Instagram. Like I wouldn't even dream of thinking I need 10,000 followers on Instagram by the end of the year, because also that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 or 10,000, because it only actually matters how engaged like those people actually are. And they're going to be engaged by you posting, not by you having like loads of random followers.
Yeah. I remember I set myself a goal to have X amount of followers, and it was so demotivating. And the word, it is demotivating. I am actually someone that needs a dopamine with stuff. I do. When I complete a task, I need to get that hit of like, boom, done. You know, and all these like big goals, unless you are setting like really small goals to achieve them every single day and you're planning it out, I just hit a point where I was like, I'm just not doing it anymore. And ever since I just stopped, I just know there is a bigger life for me. And I know if every day I turn up and I show up and I keep moving forward, and I know that I can see it in my bank account that I'm moving forward, I can see it in my team that I'm moving forward, I can see it in the systems that I have, I can see it in my clients being happy and landing clients and making the business bigger. You know, I'm going to kind of move into that bigger picture, but I don't know what it is right now. And I think that's the beauty of life. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, same. I don't really either. I have a few things that I think that along the way I will do. I don't have any huge goals for it, but I know that it's going to be something good anyway. But yeah.
I'm going to end this podcast with something. Actually, I went to a mill one time, and it was actually a client's mill, and I met her son, and her son was a neuroscientist. And he was talking to me about a family member who was leaving school, and the girl who's leaving school, she really just didn't understand her path. And all her friends had set these goals to go to college, go to uni, to go and be a doctor, to go and be this great thing. And he said to me, what would you say to her? Someone that doesn't really know what they're doing, but they know they want to go, they know that they're going college because they want to, and they know that they want to go to uni, but they don't really know what they want to do right now. And I literally turned around and I said, she is in the most beautiful position ever, because why at such a young age would you want to know what you want to do?
Literally.
Because if you know what you want to do right now, then you're going to go and do it. And then when you grow up and you get older, you know, you're going to be in no position to change it because you spent all this money on uni, you spent all this money in college. And he kind of sat back when I said it, he really sat back and he said, I've never thought about it like that. And I said, I say this to my sister, you don't know what you want to do. Even though I do push her to be like, what do you want to do? I also kind of push her down into, you know, the entrepreneurial space. But I'm also like, you're actually in the most beautiful position. And I see that in myself as well. I think because I don't know who I want to become yet, but I know that I can make daily steps, become the person that I'm going to become. I think I'm in such a beautiful position because I'm open to everything.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? So I think if you are in a position where you can't set goals or you're not reaching your goals, maybe just try and actually not set these incredible goals and go with the flow. Allow yourself to be so flexible in business that maybe you take on a client that you don't think you're going to enjoy working with. And actually, it turns out that you really do enjoy working with them, but they weren't in your space. Maybe you're a social media marketing manager and you've got this goal to build this marketing agency, but you don't really know yet. And a client just happens to fall in your lap and it's virtual assistant or it's business management. And you think, well, that's not really in my scope right now, but just give it a try.
Yeah.
You never know kind of if that's actually a route you're going to go down and you actually love it.
Yeah.
It kind of does tie in with goals, it kind of doesn't, but there's your little inspiration.
Yeah, and definitely I think that setting smaller goals that are much more attainable, and it will be more motivating for you in the long run. So definitely daily habits that stack up to go to the gym every day. You inevitably are going to be fitter after 1 to 2 months. You are going to lose weight. All of these things go towards a bigger goal, but not just the big end goal. There's steps that you can take along the way. So if you do have big goals, then maybe sit down and break down okay, maybe it is making 10K a month. That is a lot of people's goals, to be honest. And that's not a bad thing. But having the goal of making 10K a month with no clue how to get there or the actionable steps you need to take is going to make that very hard and demotivating. So if you want to earn 10K a month, sit down and think, what do I need to do every single day or every single week to reach that goal? And make sure you do those things. And then, get your dopamine hits along the way.
Sometimes they don't even need to be hard things either. They just need to be tick a box.
Post a story on Instagram, really simple little things that you can do that also keep you accountable, because it's all right. You could have a goal of 10K a month, but if you don't know how to get there, you're not actually going to be doing anything to get there. So you just kind of be floating along okay, well, I want to earn this much. But actually, if you thought, no, to get there, I need to upload a story every single day. I need to send 100 emails, which is quite a lot, but it's fine. If I need to do all of those things, at least you know the path to get there. It's not just a really distant kind of goal. You know the actionable steps, and that's going to make it a lot easier for you.
Yeah. One last thing to make it easier for you, and I truly on this, do things that you enjoy doing.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Like I've said, I've stepped away from social media now, from primarily for, my main business. And it has been the most beautiful thing because it's something that did not align with me. It didn't align with me having to show up every single day, trying to kind of create content to kind of sell to people. And even though I did it, I just really didn't enjoy it. And as soon as I've stepped away and I've made a commitment to myself to go and do things and make sure that in business, I do the things that I enjoy doing. I show up every single day. I'm growing this business now very, very quickly. And it's because I'm now focusing all my time on energy on the things that I enjoy doing. I also know I need to do them, but that's just time wasting. If I don't enjoy doing something, it's going to take me 2 times longer.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So how can you do something without having to do that? Have a think about it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, thanks for listening. That's all from us. If you enjoyed listening to the podcast, please come over to our Instagram or our TikTok, Soft Girl CEO Podcast, and we are doing some podcasts about dilemmas and stuff. So if you have any, then make sure you send them over on there. And yeah, goodbye. Thank you.